health becomes such an important aspect of life. And so we will understand how this simple breath mindfulness meditation is helping us build that foundation for having a passionate life, a life full of love again. How many of us have been slowly withdrawing from life, saying that, okay, my age is coming up, so it is not for me. It's no longer for me to go out in the night time. It's no longer for me to go out on those drives in the weekends. Long distance drives, my body will not support it. I can't take it. I should only fly, or it's not for me. I can't do these packed schedules. It's all called withdrawing from various life events. Same thing if you go backwards and then say at the age of 20, 10, 15, 15, 20 teens, we're thinking one way, but now we don't think. It's withdrawing from life. We're no longer passionate about it because the environment, the conditioning, and all of that is telling us that, okay, you are limited, and so you be careful with the body. So we want to go back and then relive or ignite that passion once again. And then this simple breath mindfulness meditation is helping us ignite the passions for life, increase the love for life, go back and then do that world traveling, even if it is 60, 70. Go and do those adventure sports, even if you are in a very, very busy executive right now in your mid 30s. So meditation is most certainly helping us gain excellent physical vitality and energy, full of energy. By the time we get to evenings, we are almost so tired, we just drag ourselves to meetings. And so building up that energy so that you are the same from the beginning to end, so you're always actively participating, and more so for leaders. If you are a professor, a teacher, how much energy that you need to carry. Because we're an example to so many students out there. And when you go into every session, we just got to be bubbling with energy so that the teacher or the students are also equally participative. It works both ways. So a leader constantly have to exhibit. It is necessary to motivate, inspire the teams. Personally, I have significantly benefited from this meditation in carrying out the same level of enthusiasm and energy throughout the day for months and months and months and for years. Falling sick and then worrying about how to recover, those are things of the past for me personally. So is the case with so many Buddha CEO volunteers and then many, many of you right now, as you've been started practicing meditation. It becomes thing of the past that we don't even think about illness in the body because it just does not even come. And if it comes, we have so much of tolerance to whatever that condition is that we don't even treat it as illness anymore. And so we treat it as, okay, my luxurious time to relax and rest nicely. Accept it, take it, if it comes. Either way, this mindfulness meditation is helping us A, prevent any illness, increase energy, and B, when it comes, accept it, embrace it happily, and then C, recover from it very quickly. All of those are possible. So we'll understand this throughout the week. And we'll also hear from people who have healed themselves quite a bit, who feel so productive at work because this meditation is helping them bring various aspects of that energy and then sharpens our memory and intellect so that they feel like they're actually doing a lot more now. We'll understand some case studies as we go along the week. So before that, shall we go into a mind meditation once again, dear friends? Relax yourself. Those of you who is new, we always have people joining the session. So we will take 2 3 minutes to explain the process. That's the design. By design, this is how it is. So keep listening to it. There's always some new point you might get. If not, it gets repeated so quickly for you that I'm hoping that you can also go and then teach this technique to others, if not anything. So don't feel like 3 or 4 minutes of time is getting wasted because Chandra is repeating each time the instructions to meditate. Let's be a little bit considerate to the newcomers who are joining. And the design of the program is that we open the registration all throughout because we truly believe that one can start the process anytime in the 6 weeks. It doesn't matter. You can start anytime and then they can roll over to the next program and then catch up. And then, of course, the recordings are also available. So, those of you who are new, welcome to the program. Our goal in this meditation program is that we change our thought process. Our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. So, when we change our thoughts and feelings to something that is very supportive, from negative to miraculous, positive, from disastrous to miraculous, from redundant to constructive. So, if we can change our thoughts and feelings to something that are supportive of our goals in life, then we also have a greater life. Our first day, second days of sessions talk about this in detail. So I encourage you to go back and look at Buddha CEO YouTube channel about the science behind it. But our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. Every day we have thousands of thoughts in our mind. 95% are redundant and negative. So our goal in meditation is to empty the mind of all the thoughts. And when we observe a normal, natural breath, our mind becomes empty. So the process we are doing is breath mindfulness meditation or anapanasati, discovered by Gautama Buddha and highly popularized, highly been taught by my grand teacher, Brahmashi Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. And so we are taking this technique, and then more than 1 and 2 in the world are practicing this breath mindfulness meditation. So the technique is very, very simple. We still the body, and so we can empty the mind or still the mind. And to still the body, we close our eyes, remove the specs, fingers into fingers, rest our hands comfortably in our lap, cross your feet at ankle. 3 things. Cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then eyes closed, specs removed. That's the posture of the body. Sit down in your chair or on the floor, cross-legged. On the chair, like I said, you cross your feet. And be as comfortable. Take back support, backrest against the wall with a pillow, whatever that is. But take support if required. Be comfortable. You need not keep your spine erect. It's not necessary. All right. You can sit down anywhere. It doesn't have to be only in a specific place. You can sit down anywhere, and then observe with the body still, with your eyes closed. We observe. Take any point on the nose, tip, middle, root, anywhere. Observe breath is going in, coming out. It might go in through the same nostril, come out through the same, or it may go through one and then come through the other. Doesn't matter. We can oscillate. It will oscillate because that's the body nature. But let's observe. Breath is going in, coming out. And as you're observing, our mind becomes empty. That's it. As we observe the breath, observe, simple observation. Don't concentrate, like, really trying to see what's going on. Simply, gently observe. As if you're not observing. Observe in a way to defocus yourself from it. So observe it. Right? Like in a so you're observing, right? The idea is to observe it in a way that you're slowly going to forget about it, and then you're going to go into this empty state automatically. Our idea is to empty the mind, and when we observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. Slowly thoughts come down. And before you even realize, you might have you've forgotten the breath is, you're not even observing. You forget that you're observing the breath. So that's a good state to be in, where you're gone into an empty state. Our breath becomes lighter, shorter, to the point where it doesn't exist. That's also the time you have to let go of it, and then you go into the other side, which is the emptiness. But the third thing, where sometimes where you get distracted, a lot of times you get distracted if you're initially beginners. We get distracted, our attention goes back to the thought because we have so much thought. And we will not even realize, we'll be thinking about what you're going to do next. For 2 3 minutes, you might go on like that. And suddenly you realize, oh, I'm thinking. That's the time to come back and observe the breath. Don't cut the thought. Don't try to force yourself to say, thought, go away. Don't do anything. Just observe the breath back again. That's it. The task at hand is to observe the breath. When our attention goes off the breath, bring it back to the breath. When you recognize, when you will recognize, whenever that dream ends, whenever that thought process ends, it could be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever time it is, you will not even know you're in the thought, right? So when you suddenly realize, then observe the breath again, right? So this will be the state of affairs in this whole meditation process, where you'll be in the thought because your mind distracts. Then when you recognize, you bring it back to the breath. Again, after some time, go back. So keep oscillating. It's the right process to be in, right? Don't be harsh on yourself that you couldn't practice, observe it. You couldn't always, all the time you have thoughts. Don't think about that way, and just do this practice. And then before you go into this practice called breath mindfulness, we're going to do something called heart elevation. Follow my guidance actively. The posture of heart elevation is the eyes closed, feet crossed. They still remain same, but you keep your hands on chest area. The crux of it is to fill up your heart with an heightened emotion called love, gratitude, appreciation, joy. Appreciation. If you've been appreciating somebody, are you getting appreciated by somebody? Something deeply because you did something great. And you must have felt great about it. You must have felt good about the other person. The idea of this heart elevation is to become one with the person or the place or anything that help you deeply. So this is a way to drop a difference and become one with the existence that is over there, which is nothing but person place thing. So bring up any emotion where you felt either from your past or relive an emotion from your future that, as some of you have been manifesting, dreaming and imagining. And so relive an emotion from your future by living an experience of your future as if it's happening for you in your life right now, right? So that's the crux of the heart elevation. I'll guide, so just follow me. It's a pretty easy process. Relax yourself different, sit comfortably. I'll be playing music throughout the day, throughout the time. I'll be guiding. Just follow my guidance actively for the heart elevation process, breath mindfulness. Follow my guidance to the point where you start becoming empty, and then thereafter you continue. If you are empty, that emptiness is observed by the way of not becoming aware of any object, any wall, furniture, people in your life, in your room, in your home where you're sitting. Then it is you are in the emptiness state. So I'm guiding. Become aware of emptiness, of nobody, no thing. And then as in that state, then you be in that state. Relax yourself, sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Observe your body from head to toe. Relax your body from head to toe. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. and rest your attention on your heart and on your breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your heart center, that seat of all emotions, which is expanding all life with its love energy, with that heightened emotional energy of love, of gratitude, compassion, appreciation. Can you bring up that emotion and fill up your heart by reliving a moment from your past, from your life, or bring up that emotion by experiencing that future event at this time as if it's happening for you, and feel that heightened emotion inside your beautiful heart, dear friends. Feel more of that emotion. Come on, live it. Live that event from your past, or bring up that experience from the future and feel it. And allow yourself to expand your beautiful heart with that energy. The nature of the universe is to bring order and coherence among all things and everybody, with the heightened emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, adventure, appreciation, and joy. We're all one. We are deeply connected inside this quantum energy field, aspects of energy. Feel more of that emotion inside your beautiful heart. Allow yourself to become one. Experience that oneness with that people, with that persons, with that places, in that experience. Allow yourself to radiate this energy beyond your body onto every corner of this planet Earth, for it's bound to be received by the needy. Feel that energy inside you, all around you. friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe one normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. In this meditation, we observe our normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Our goal is to empty the mind of the thousands of thoughts. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum energy field. When we observe, our mind becomes empty. And when the mind is empty, we merge into that energy field all around. And our inner potential becomes kinetic. We recognize that all the energy liberated is channelized into the just present moment. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to become lighter and lighter with your in-breath and the out-breath. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind as you are becoming one with that breath. Be with your breath. Come one with that in breath and the warm out breath. It is natural to have thoughts. When you recognize that you are thinking, gently go back to observing your in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Remember, this is a time for yourself. Allow yourself to completely forget everything about yourself. rest your attention on your breath. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to merge into your in breath and the out breath. And allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel that emptiness all around your body, occupying your room? to find that emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you are becoming one with your breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Can you find that emptiness? Inside of body, can you become aware of that emptiness? All around your body, we are tiny matter, all emptiness in our body. When our mind is empty of all thoughts, remember, we are going away from this body, from this matter, from this environment. And experiencing that emptiness inside you, all around you. When you become aware of that emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time, become aware of that emptiness on your left side. Of no body, of no thing, spreading far and wide. Become aware of that emptiness on your right side. That blackness and void stretching into the infinity of this universe. That's energy. That is the quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. The longer we stay connected into this field of abundance of energies, of infinite waves of possibilities, the more we receive from it. The more we create into our physical life. Stay aware of that emptiness of no body, no thing. And experience that energy. Remember, where we place our attention, there we place our energy. Allow yourself to stay connected with this greater emptiness where everybody and everything is connected. The sea, the place of all creativity. This is the place of unlimited. Stay aware of that emptiness, of no body, of no thing. On your left side, observe that emptiness. On your front side, can you sense that infinite depth of that emptiness on your right side? Experience that abundance of healing energy, miraculous energy, empowerment energy, love energy, or whatever that you can become aware of in this field. Allow yourself to merge into that breath. To merge into that emptiness, where everything and everybody are connected. This is your wholeness. This is the non-dual nature of reality, where everyone and everything is one. Allow yourself to experience this wholeness once again. The more we become one with the energy field, the more access we have to the unlimited possibilities. Go deeper and deeper, dear friends. Friends, let's express gratitude. It's an honor and privilege to be experiencing this life at this time of history? Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this life? Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be deeply thankful to all the people in your life for helping us learn so many things. To your family, to your friends, to your colleagues, your relatives, to your partners, everybody. Be grateful to all the things you use, the technology, the places we go, the people who help us in many ways, our companies and governments. Be grateful to this grand nature, the animals, the bird, the fish, to the planets and stars for being an integral part of our life, for filling our lives with beauty, energy, trust, and more. Express gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, for allowing consciousness to explore through you. And finally, be grateful to this intelligent quantum energy field for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Relax your body. Feel your body.
We can change the world one heart at a time.
As you relax,
We can change the world one heart at a time.
recollect your experience from the session.
See you, I know you.
How did you feel?
You're a part of me.
What did you
We can
see?
change the world one heart at a time.
Who have you become?
We can change the world
And whenever you're
one
ready,
heart at a time. I see you.
you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds
You're a part of me.
to circulate that energy back into the body.
We can change the world.
And you may open your eyes.
One heart at a time. One heart at a time. We can change the world. We can change the world. One heart at a time. One heart at a time. I see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part of me. My
Okay. Hope you enjoyed the session. Knocked on the doors of the quantum energy field. when we become empty of the thought, we have to become that which we truly are inside, that emptiness which is all connected, that energy field. Wonderful to meditate, all of us together. Dr. Chandanaji, would you like to share how you felt?
Good morning, everybody. So sorry you can't see me. Um, good afternoon and good evening to everyone. I wanted to share my experience today because it was amazing, Chandra. I was able to go so deep into this quantum field, like you're saying, into this no thought state, and immediately I was able to. I mean, I was somewhere, somewhere in the air or space. I mean, there's nothing around me. And I actually participated in this before this, the inner journey experience. So immediately I was sitting in this like golden pyramid surrounded by, some masters around me in that pyramid. And then initially started out with me receiving this like this white light, and then surrounded by like a golden like aura or energy around me. And then that elevated me even more. And then I started feeling like almost like electric sensations. And then that transformed me into seeing this vision of like the electric field around the earth. And I knew where I was. And then I was able to zoom out and see the earth, and then seeing this like electrical uh, like magnetic fields almost around the earth. And then I went into the space outside of earth, so I was able to see. I mean, this is just my visions, yeah, I was able to see the earth. I was in space, and I was able to somehow felt like there was other energies out there somewhere in the universe. And I was kind of connecting to that energy and realized that I was able to kind of feel um, that energy somewhere out there, somewhere in space, in another universe, whatever that is. I don't know. I can't like put that into words. And then I was looking at the earth and seeing that so many other beings are also connecting. And like you said, everything was felt like interconnected. And that was an amazing feeling. And after this experience of still like being out there in the universe and coming, then I came back to the earth, and some unconnected visions kind of came to me, where I realized that, again, this was like a second time or so realizing for me that I've come to this earth to serve. This bigger purpose of like always like serving humanity. This concept keeps coming back to me actually. But this time I had a vision of. I don't even work with kids actually, but I had a vision of me helping underserved um, youth in America. And that once that vision came to me, I immediately thought, how could I do that? How could I do that? And then I immediately asked masters, asking, how can I do this? Show me the way, show me the path. Then the answer came to me almost like instantaneously, where I would work with like Boys and Girls Club of America. And then, a couple of other organizations that I have heard of before, and after school programs where you start doing like meditation programs. And, even the process of like how I would do it came to me, that I would ask these kids, like 15, 20 kids in a classroom that were in a classroom. And I said, they were like, being rowdy or whatever. And I said, hey, focus on me, observe me. And I'm going to ask you guys to look at my eyes, look at my hair, look at my face, observe as many things as you can. And I'm going to make a quiz. So I was making it interactive and fun for the kids. then I said, let's go outside. So we went outside, sat around in a tree. Everybody was kind of scattered around, and I had them meditate. Then another vision of me being in another place. Then I thought I could go to children's hospital around here and see how I could implement this program. And I thought I could be a volunteer and just volunteer my time and have like meditation sessions for these children's programs. And then I was like, I should see if they even have that. Why? They should definitely have that, because kids have this amazing power to believe and trust in the process and just let go. Whereas adults, we have so many preconceived notions and so many blocks that prevent us from either believing or letting go. So yeah, I know I'm speaking really fast, but it was an incredible vision. And I thought, man, I wish I had all the time in the world to do this, but I want to see how I could I don't know why this came to me, but anyways, very interesting, and I'll see
That's
what I
wonderful.
can do with it.
I would say that you have all the time in the world, Dr. Chandana. If this vision is possible, then you have all the time in the world because we transcend time. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
talking about this. It just means that we experience that energy in many, many ways. Who would the earth would think about all the solutions that you came off with because you never thought about them, they all come. So this is also a way a purpose is getting revealed. So many, many leaders, the clarity develops in many ways when you ask questions in meditations, right? And
Yeah,
it is very, it's
absolutely,
pure,
absolutely.
and it's pure science. It's pure science. It's coming from the energy field, the waves of possibilities, and and then we recognize that there is this quantum field is much more intelligent than what we, as this dual nature of ourselves, are made of. That's all it is. So when we are open, then we're receiving. So thank you. Before we go
Thank you
into,
so much, you guys.
thank you, wonderful. Preetham, I'd like you to share quickly how is your experience been, how good you're feeling in the last few days of these meditation practices.
Uh, th- uh, Thank you, Chandraji. Especially over the last few days, and ever since I started doing it, it's made a tremendous difference to me. It's been longer than a month since I started meditating, and I can feel the massive difference it's made in my life. I'm happy to begin the course and continue meditating as part of the community, as against doing it alone, which is a unique experience by itself. But being a part of a community like this, it sort of energizes the whole the session, the whole experience. And I especially feel, this idea of being a witness, observing in the meditation process. Right? It extends to my daily life as well, where I have this uh, bystander view, and it's more of an objective view uh, with more clarity, rather than being drawn into a situation without being fully invested in it. Uh, it's helped me look at things, uh, have this sort of panoramic view where I can look at more details, and
Well, I'll hear your detailed experience. Any specific health benefits you have seen relating to the class that we're going to have today?
oh yes, yes. So from that perspective, I've I've been quite anxious. I've had some difficulty with anxiety, and that has greatly reduced. I would say it's reduced to the point of not being there. And I've noticed that dramatic difference just in a matter of a month. And I can appreciate that difference almost on a daily basis after every session. So I think that's one of the tangible, because my anxiety also manifests physically as well. So I can see all of those. I don't see any of those symptoms anymore, to a large degree.
Wonderful. Thank you, Preetham. And I'm certainly going to hear your full experience as we go along one of the days. But I wanted to bring up that anxiety or depression or any physical ailment, difference is primarily is caused by our thoughts and feelings, the memories that we carry on. They're called stressors. They're called stressors in the body. When we go through a traumatic experience or a tough experience or a grief related experience or a frustrating experience and anger moments, like an altercation we have with the managers or with a partner at home, you change her and she changes you. This is all that goes on. You be this way, and then I want you to be this way, and then this goes on. We have our point, and we put to a manager and the leader that they're not listening, and they put their own point, and then we have these altercations. Now, when we do this, and when you do them and then we release them, it's okay. If you do that, if you have an altercation, no problem, because life is about going through experiences, it's fine. But then the problem is that we hold on to them. We finish a discussion, a debate, an argument, and an angry altercation, but then we go away from there, and the next moment with a coffee mug, we are sitting in the cafeteria and then talking to a colleague how worse it has been, and by reliving every bit of the dialogue. We go home and then talk about it to our spouse in detail, and live every bit of it. So we're reliving a negative experience. Now, these stressors, when you relive these negative experiences, the stressors are actually causing significant harm to the body. The stresses are causing significant harm to the body. These stressors are taking our body into an heightened, extremely heightened, attentive mode called emergency mode, or it's also called the flight or fight mode. When we have an emergency at home, suppose a fire alarm went off, what do? We drop everything that we are doing at that point, and then we know what we have to do to those procedures of 1, 2, 3. We got to immediately either try to find a way to reach out to the switch if it's there, otherwise go to the nearest exit and then run out and then go and assemble and then do some calls, whatever that we are doing, we're going to drop it at that point, isn't it? You couldn't be still continuing your phone call with your office phone call. You would stop that, right? So in emergency mode, where we have to protect ourselves, so we're actually pausing whatever we're doing, and then we are attending to that emergency in the best possible way to put it off. Our body has the same mechanism called emergency mechanism, or the fight or flight mode mechanism, where it needs to protect itself when it goes to a physical danger. It is such an intelligent body, just the way the nature of the universe is all bringing order and coherency. Our body is also is coherently working all the time, in spite of having trillions of cell operations that are happening in this cell in this body, and then coherently works. So it's got that intelligence. The intelligence to protect itself when there is an emergency mode, imminent danger is coming onto the body, like a dog barking at us when we are going on a walk. Or when you're in a deep forest, maybe, and we're camping, maybe there is this bear that you might have seen, and then suddenly the adrenaline rushes in our body and says, oh my God, so what happened? What's going to happen now? There is a potential danger into the body, but the body senses it. The sensory perceptions immediately take it, and then it senses it. It goes into that amygdala, that emotional center, the fear center. Immediately the fear raises, and then release certain neuropeptides that go in, and then causes a lot of adrenaline to be released, and then almost 1200 to 1400 chemicals of various kind get dumped into the body, and one of them is this cortisol. You might have heard about it. The cortisol, the more of it is there in the bloodstream, the more awake we are going to be, the less of sleep you're going to have. Insomnia, one of the main reasons why insomnia is there, people can't sleep, is because there's constantly this cortisol is there, these chemicals are there. Now, emergency mode, no problem. So automatically the bloodstream has got lots of cortisol dumped, and then and why is the body dumping all of this stuff? Body is dumping because it knows that it needs to protect it. And for protection, fight or fly. You got to run away, fly, just fly, literally fly, or fight. One of the two. Either way, what do you need? You need a lot of strength. Where do you need the strength? In legs and hands. You need a lot of focus. You need that strength in your eyes. You need to totally focus. So the body is taking all that energy, the blood, and then pumping more into your legs and hands, and then it's dilapating so that the eyes also can eyesight become focus. But then at the cost of what? Go back that event when there is a fire alarm broke. What are we doing? We are stopping everything that we do so that we put all our energy onto that one thing is to see how to put it off, how to save ourselves. Same thing here. In order to protect itself, in order to have that extra blood pumped, so it's got to do something. It's got to withdraw its attention of all other parts of the body. So digestive system, do you need it when there is an emergency? Who cares if you didn't digest? Take it off. So it does not let enough of blood going into the digestive system. So digestive system is working suboptimally because not enough attention given, not enough energy given, the bloodstream given. Sexual energy, reproductive organs, not required, right? It's absolutely not required. So take it off. Cognitive mind, not required because all you need is physical energy to protect yourself. But instead, you don't need this decision making, logic, reasoning, analysis, all that now. So cognitive function, not required. The pineal gland, pituitary gland, some of these areas, not too much required. Thyroxine, thyroid, why do you care now? Not required. So dear friends, so many of these systems, many of these glands are shut off. Suboptimal working. No problem. Physical emergency, protection, we have the danger. So it needs all the time, all the energy into the legs and hands so that we can go in the fight or flight, protect ourselves. But after a couple of minutes, when the danger goes away, then it's going to withdraw all the chemical back. Wonderful. The chemicals in the body, what are already dumped, will take a few hours to repair, recover back. But at least there's no more dumping of this adrenaline and then all the cortisol happening. So we withdraw. So far, so good. So we're able to protect ourselves. But the problem is, it doesn't have to be a physical entity. It doesn't have to be the dog. It doesn't have to be that bear. All it needs to be is this thought, very thought of the boss, the very thought of the partner about that whole discussion. We had such an unpleasant discussion we had yesterday night, or yesterday in office, or the Zoom call, and that very thought is pumping the same adrenaline level high. And the more times we relive it, we continuously hold on to it, the more times we are keeping what the body in that flight and fight mode, emergency mode. And as a result, dear friends, the more times you keep it in that mode, the more times, and then the more times it becomes continuously, we are letting this body have, letting this brain release those neuropeptides to go on producing and go on releasing cortisol and all other chemicals. And what happens? So we are continuously are in this heightened attentive mode. We continuously are not helping our digestive system work at all. Heartburn comes, indigestion comes, constipation comes. There is no absolutely any kind of sexual drive at all. There is no issue. There is absolutely, brain is not working. Start making silly mistakes. 2 out of 5 mistakes are done by people when they're in a crisis because brain doesn't work. Our decisions are poor. Poor decisions we make. So all kinds of things because the body is not working, because we are continuously keeping it in the heightened awareness mode, the flight and flight mode, emergency mode. So what is the answer to it? If physical danger with it goes away, the trigger goes away, the stressor goes away, we're able to pull back. And then it's virtual. Now it is there all the time, 24/7. So how can we sleep, dear friends? How can we sleep? 95% of most of these diseases that doctors have diagnosed as lifestyle disorders. So BP and sugar doesn't have to come because of a genes expression. The BP and sugar, many of them are coming because we are interfering into the body's natural functioning by keeping it all the time in this emergency mode, just by having these repetitive thoughts of frustrations, anger, loss, grief, everything. And dear friends, all it takes is to take them away. Those stresses, the moment you take them away, then automatically we're able to bring the body back into this homeostasis, the most normal functioning. No more of that adrenaline dumped. That's why very few days later, as soon as you take to meditation, within no time, people start feeling start sleeping better. They say that, hey, after 6 months, I'm having my good sleep. First time in 3 years, I'm able to sleep well because for whatever reason, that memories are constantly playing back. That subconscious mind, which is projecting constantly of those things that have been repeated, gone into the subconscious mind, have been projecting. The chitta, the bed of the chitta is there, which is the whole thing of subconscious. Onto that, our manas, the thoughts have been projected always. All kinds of thoughts are projected. It's like a seabed. Subconsciously, many things are programmed, which is leading to I'm not good. This person's all managers are like this. This women are like this, or men are like this. They're just so egoistic. They're so argumentative. So we had one altercation with one person 2 3 times, but then we start becoming generalizing because just that's the nature of the mind. It keeps pulling back many things, stories from everybody. So we keep having these thoughts, and then they keep raising the adrenaline and pumping. So dear friends, we got to reduce the volume of the thought. We got to remove all of these memories, reprogram the subconscious. Meditation, when we regularly meditate, what are we doing? We are bringing down the thought. When we bring down this thousands of thought, and then most of them are negative, and then as they come down slowly, we're also improving our health significantly. If 95% are going away, lifestyle disorders, and if they're going to get healed by meditation, then we don't even need to look for medication. If I didn't have to look, by many people around my family, my children don't have to look for it, then so do you. If Lawrence didn't have to look for medication, as soon as he started learning, practicing meditation, everybody can do it. It saves a ton of time. It saves lots of anxiety. If you're an executive and you have to travel to suddenly to a country where it's got this whatever outbreaks are, various kinds of outbreaks that we say, then how much tension we feel, and then you can't even go. But then a meditative mind is very relaxed, is calm. And there is another thing. When our body is functioning normally, when our heart is functioning normally, where it's no longer in an anxious, stressful mode, and then our heart can be in a normal state, and then so this heart is also becoming coherent. So that heart brain functions so well that thymus gland that is working behind the heart is producing fountain of youth chemical, become very young. Skin starts glowing, no more wrinkles, because no longer worried about, no longer think that okay, my age is catching up, so I can't do this and withdraw. All of that goes away. Instead, that fountain of youth chemical, it gets produced. Our immunity, the T cell production is happening through this thymus gland. So the immunity of the body increases quite a bit. So, dear friends, we gain perfect health just with regular meditation because we are allowing the body to just function naturally. That's all we do. Now, on top of it, if we take this heart elevation process, and if we take gratitude process, what are we doing? We are filling up our heart with an heightened emotion. So by doing so, you're making it very, very coherent. So it's one thing to stay neutral. It's another thing to live an experience of love or gratitude, joy, appreciation. So then you're bringing the heart very coherent. Go and look at it. I mean, it's very important science that is being developed right now. The research, Heart Math Institute. So when the heart is coherent, when they notice that all these heightened emotions that sort of making the heart really, really nicely be coherent. And when it's coherent, the heart brain is nicely connected to the brain. And so we develop that immunity. So we are allowing the body to work naturally and then also developing more and more immunity. So we don't worry at all. When the sickness comes, illness first does not come. If it comes also, then of course we are so confident that we can actually heal ourselves. And now we go beyond it. And this is the topic when we're talking about manifestation, that epigenetics is telling that more than 90% of the genes are reprogrammable. We carry something for the genes, but it's not cast in stone, as been told. Instead, it is part of a big storehouse where we don't know what we got in it. We only know a little bit of it. And so we think that because of this gene, this is what produces as a protein. So body is able to build itself one way or the other, repair itself. But what we don't know is that we have a big storehouse where all the genes are there. And you only know about a little bit because storehouse, you don't know, you lost track of what is there inside. You only know a few things, you keep using them. But if there are many more, And then when we go into a heightened emotion and a clear intention, an elevated thought, and elevated feeling, and if we can live about a great health that we are manifesting, which is epigenetics, they found that body is able to upregulate the genes and then start producing new protein to go back and construct whatever that part in the body is that needs repair. We'll definitely understand this part of manifestation, how by heightened thought and feeling is able to upregulate genes and then produce protein to actually heal. So one is non-interference of the body by taking out the stressors, which we are doing regularly just with practice of meditation. And then two, we are being in an elevated emotional state so that we produce new, more and more immunity so that we have the lots of proactive maintenance of the body proactively. And then three, dear friends, by upregulating of the genes, by having this heightened dream and vision about what we want to have with it, we're able to produce. And that video in the beginning that was shown of Dr. Joe Dispenza, when he had multiple fractures, where the medical community of multiple opinions have told him forever, you're going to be lifelong, you'll be sitting on the bed. And then so is the case with many people that I know. Somebody in paralysis, lifelong. But after sitting and meditating under the pyramid energy and then meditating for hours and hours with lots of dreams, are able to come out of it. And then they dedicate this a lifetime to just spreading awareness of meditation because it gave a new lease of life. So we'll understand this, that with meditation, combined with a lots of heightened feeling and emotion called visualization, one can go and heal, repair conditions that we felt were perhaps caused by hereditary. It's not even a lifestyle disorder. I'm talking about something that deeply exists. And people are doing it, dear friends. So it's needless to say that just with the simple breath mindfulness meditation, as we reduce the volume of thought, which is mostly negative, we are naturally becoming healthy. We have so many people, so many case studies of people healing in a few days, diabetes, high blood pressure, migraine headaches, backaches. I had a serious backache. And then I healed myself quite a bit. When I get backache, then it used to be like, for days. And then it's thing of the past. And even if something comes, this meditation is helping us to accept and then able to heal it faster. No medication required. So thank you very much for joining this session. It's always nice to understand scientifically what's happening in the body. And then just by understanding that we do so much disservice to ourselves by carrying a moment that has happened, by reliving an experience that has happened yesterday, this morning, by reliving it again and again. And then just by stopping that, dear friends, we're doing so much service to our body. Otherwise, we're doing so much disservice to our body by cutting off that immunity. Heart goes into this incoherent state, it cuts off the lot of the immunity that otherwise is responsible for. So thank you so much for joining. And before we close, and as always, we'll hold on for some time to clarify any questions you may have. And I request Lawrence to say a few closing comments.
Let me just. Yes, sorry. Give me a minute. Thanks, Chandra. This is a topic extremely dear to my heart. When I started meditation 4 years ago, the health and energy came naturally. We'll talk about energy soon also. What I want to mention is, I was listening to this 4 years ago, and Chandra was explaining me, I was reading books. I really recommend You Are the Placebo from Joe Dispenza. It's a book you can read again and again. So many examples about the placebo that will help you
really start trusting your ability to heal. And I remember about 6 months into meditation, we were in a business trip with Chandra, and we are talking about progress in meditation. And at some point, turn to me and say, "Okay, so now what do you think about medication?" And I say, "Well, I don't take so much medication, especially since I meditate. I feel so good." He say, "Why don't you make your mind, your subconscious, whatever, decide that you don't need medication?" Of course, I didn't have any specific disease. I was feeling pretty okay, but like any business executive, time zone, traveling, fatigue, headache, back pain a lot. And we had this discussion for about 30 minutes. And I said, "Okay, I'm going to try." And I can tell all of you, since now nearly 4 years, I have not taken any medication. And I really apply this with the conviction that by meditating, I do preventive, taking care of myself. It has reduced the level of pain for anything. And when I have a cold, like anybody, or some headache and so on, I meditate and I talk to my body. I really talk to myself. I apply that things we can read in many, many books. And again, we talk about this, but my own daughter-in-law, she's in hospital. She's a nurse. And during our training, she learned about mindfulness meditation, how to apply it for patients and for self, the doctors. And we have so many participating to these missions and these programs. And in the hospital where she's working now, where there is cancer and COVID, she's also using mindfulness meditation to help as a complementary, approach to getting better and healing for very, very, I would say, serious ongoing disease. So no medication for 4 years, and it goes with emptying, any cabinet with medication. And for me, it has been working, and comes with energy and losing anxiety and trusting my immune system and telling my body every day that it's going to be fine is a wonderful tool. So,
Clarence. Yes, always great to have a personal experience of it. I think wonderful. Actually, see, Karthikeyan sir, your closing
Yes.
comment.
I was about to ask you, please call Preetham to share his experience. I was thinking you called him.
And I called him. Okay.
What do you call it?
What do you call, sir? So you're communicating to me.
Synchronicity or thought power?
Your
I
thought
was
power.
about to say, why don't you ask Preetham to talk? As I was thinking, you called him.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is Satya around here? She would like to talk. Satya, daughter of Muthuswami. There are too many Satyas there.
Satya. Sheetal?
If she is there, if she is hearing,
No, sir. She's not.
maybe she left. I saw her earlier. I saw the name. Anyhow, I think after Lawrence spoke beautifully, nothing more to add, except to say that I wanted you to call Preetham. You called.
Okay, sir. Great. We're going to hear him more again.
No, you called him. You called him. I just want to say that.
Yes. Telepathy, sir.
Telepathy, okay.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
We communicate energy.
Because I think this boy needed. So, Preetham, I was about to tell Master Chandra,
Yeah.
why don't you call Preetham?
Oh, okay.
And then he called you without my telling him.
All right.
You're feeling better?
Yes, I'm feeling much better.
I can see. I'm very happy. You have not been able to succeed to your parents to join.
No, I haven't. But
Dr. Satish and Jamuna, ma.
That's right.
You tell them again.
Yes.
It's a public appeal. Okay.
Yes. I'll ask them to talk to you.
because I know them for a long time and it's for their good.
Yeah,
If they join,
Yeah.
then you will feel good.
of course, of course.
Okay.
Yes, uncle. Yes,
Thank
uncle.
you. I'm happy you're continuing. Great.
Thank you. Thanks to you, uncle. It's you're the reason that that I joined, and it's made a big impact. All the thanks to you. I'm
Very good. Please continue.
Yeah.
Please continue. All the other solutions will follow automatically.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You see, with what confidence I'm able to talk about this now.
you. That's right. Yeah. All right.
So the experience goes through the heart, and then the knowledge goes through the mind. So that's what is happening, sir. There's so much
Yeah.
experience we have.
Sharing.
So it automatically is, your experience is automatically connecting to so many people.
No, sharing the experience of everyone, particularly from Lawrence, actually. She had such a great impact on me. Thank you. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you again.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear friends. Yes, sir. Lawrence is always, what should I say? Her presence itself makes a difference.
Yes. There's energy, yes. Her energy and grace. And when she says we taught 12,000 IBM people, my God.
Yes, she taught literally thousands of them at IBM.
And the declaration, I will teach meditation at least one every day. What commitment.
Yes.
Buddha should be proud to have such disciples.
Thank you.
And Sheetal Pawar is in the making. She'll
She's-
come
Yes.
I was inspired.
She's already there. She's already there. What about, I don't see her pyramids nowadays.
Sheetal's pyramids. We'll see them tomorrow.
I thought
Yes,
the house is, so there is no place without a pyramid there.
Yes, sir. So I got a new cat. It is not letting me sit in the pyramid room. It wants to sit next to me while meditating. So that's
Okay,
the reason I'm.
but still we all remember your pyramids.
Yes, sir. I will show one day.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear friends. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow being a Tuesday, where we're doing inviting external professionals, meditators who have been taking advantage of the meditation, various benefits in transforming themselves. So we'll do some sharing from those who have been practicing meditation for some time. And so stay with
Chandra, you
us.
must be already in Coimbatore, no?
Sir, no, tomorrow.
Tomorrow you are going. Okay.
Tomorrow I'll drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the session, I'll drive.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. And then we'll, just in a couple of minutes in time, we will take questions. 7 p.m. Lawrence mentioned that you are the placebo. The book clubs are starting today. So 7 p.m. India time, there's that book is being read. You are the placebo. I don't know, Sheetal, if it's also being read in the morning.
The same link?
Sir, for this one, the link is different.
Different. Okay.
Different, yes.
Yeah.
Sheetal, you are the placebo there for US morning also. I mean, sorry, US morning is there, but US evening, is it there?
No, sir. Only one time.
Only one time. So that is US morning and evening. Okay.
Correct.
What is the some other link, is it?
Yes, I'll send you the links.
We'll see. Today I may have time.
Okay, sir. Yes, Madhavan Nambiar said too, he'll join.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a great day and a great night.
You are the hands, you are the voice of spirit